All right. Happy Vlogmas Day 19. Uh, the consistent rustling you hear behind the camera is the daughter who can't sit still. The blanket of family and the outreach from those of you who have is really helping. So I wanted to say thank you for that before I get going on today's video, which is going to be related to books. I'm going to give you an update, like a wrap up of my reading month so far, because it's the 19th and I'm almost done with my TBR for the month. So I'm going to go through each. I'm just going to say the book that I finished, and then I'm going to give you a Christmas treat. I will give you Goodreads ratings. So I don't normally do the 5-star rating thing. I usually do it by tens, but I'll go 5 stars today. Trust me, there's not a whole lot of good this month so far. But let me get into it. So first, I'm not going to show you the books because I already have. I'm just going to go through, and then I'll show you what I plan on reading for the rest of the month. So, first book well, they're not in any order either of how I finished them or anything. I read these all over the place. So, first book is Hollywood Kids by Jackie Collins. Probably won't be able to give you the authors either. I didn't write that down. I'm very prepared. This is probably a 1.5 out of 5. It's not my type of thing. I hope the bodice rippers that I pick for my 12-12-12 project next year will be better. Then I read 5 Total Strangers, which I got from Target. And that was actually very good. Not very, very good. I'll probably give it, if I could, a 3.75 out of 5. X-Men Days of Future Past, 3.5 out of 5. Cut in right now to say if anybody out there wants me to do a specific review on anything other than the graphic novels, because they will get their own review in that list, then let me know. I'll be happy to. Just might take me a little time. I'm still working on some things that people have asked for. So then I finished The Terror by Dan Simmons, 4.5 out of 5. And I am probably going to talk about that one. And then Miss Marvel, No Normal, probably a 2.5 out of 5. Asterios Polyp is a 5 out of 5. It's probably about as perfect a graphic novel as I've ever read. I think if I was going by my my out of 10 rating system, it would probably have like a 9.5 or a 9.75. It wouldn't be a 10, because it takes you a little bit to get used to the artwork. It doesn't just immediately grab you. So then there was Grandville, which was a graphic novel where the animals are anthropomorphized, and there's a badger who is kind of pretty much like Sherlock Holmes. And that was okay. It was engaging, I guess. I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. And then we have the book that, I excuse my language a little bit, the book that pissed me off the most this entire year. This is going to be the worst book that I have read this year. And that's Audrey Rose. And I'm sorry, Bart, I know that you've got it on your wanna read list, and I don't want to I can't I'm blanking on the word, but I don't want to make you sad that you're going to be reading it, but it's awful. I give it a 0.5 out of 5. And I honestly don't know why I'm giving it that. It's not good. It's not my thing. Anyway, Bunduki. My apologies to Roy, who said that he liked these. This wasn't for me at all. The battle scenes were okay, but I don't know. It's just not for me. Maybe I'm not going to like Tarzan if I didn't like this. If it's a respectful, sequel or whatever. But I give it a 1 out of 5. Below the Root is about 1.5 out of 5. See, I told you it wasn't a very good. Hasn't been a very good month. Then there's Death Sentence, which is the sequel to Death Wish. Now this I'm going to give a 3.75 out of 5. It's very good. I liked it a lot. I might have liked it better if I had read the first one first, but it's not part of the project. The Choir Boys. Now this is a polarizing book, because if this is meant to be serious and a serious take on youthful police officers and how they act when they're not on duty, then it's going to get like a 1.5 out of 5. But if this is actually meant to be a parody or a satire or a send-up of how they act, then I think it's bloody brilliant and it gets a 4. It's very polarizing, so it's going to be a fun one to talk about. Then there was The Bowl of Baal. I was talking to AJ about it, and honestly, it's just there when you're reading it, and when you're not, it's gone. It's just, it's not that engaging. I don't know. It's just, I hate to use this for this, but I have to. It's very meh. That's what it is. It's like when I was done reading it and I moved on, it didn't stick with me at all. So I don't know. I give it a 2. Yeah, 2 out of 5. Then I read a graphic novel that isn't on my list. It was released in 2020. It's called Rorschach. It's supposed to be 20 years after, or something like that, after Watchmen. And as we all know from Watchmen, Rorschach doesn't survive the story. So this is kind of like there's a cult of Rorschach. And it was okay. It was neat reading it, but since Alan Moore had nothing to do with it, it's kind of just there as well. So I'll give that a 2.5 out of 5. And that's everything that I've already read this month. That was 13 of the 14 books that I originally had on my TBR. I am currently 19% of the architecture of the Arkansas Ozarks, which is hilarious. I mean, I've laughed right out loud more than a couple times. It's very funny, and it's got basis in true stories. The main character, Jacob Inglehue, is based on now I can't remember the guy's name, but what? Isaac Murphy, or something like that. He was the governor of Arkansas during the Civil War. So that, I think it's pretty cool. I'm gonna read up on him after I finish the book. No spoil. I don't want to spoil it for myself. But yeah, it's definitely holding up in my most anticipated read this month. But I'm obviously going to be finishing that before the end of the month, so I've got a great big pile here of, if I have time, And that's what I'm going to show you now. This is first on the list. This came from Tad at Tad Reads Books and Stuff. I got this just a couple of days ago, and like I told you, it goes right to the top of what I want to read for the rest of the month. So that's going to be first. My mom gave me this to read. Robert R. McCammon, Mine. So there's that. And then this is my dad's book. It's called Almost Too Late by Elmo Wortman. This is a nonfiction book about a shipwreck in Alaska. Really looking forward to that. And if I still have time after all that, we got my originals. The Sherlock Holmes book, Lovecraft's Monsters, and Wicked, The Origin of the Wicked Witch of the West. That is my wrap-up and the hope for the rest of the month. I've got, what, 12 days now? I'm pretty sure I can really jam, because I've hit one of those things where I'm just going. So that's my video for the day. I just want to say thank you again to everybody that's reached out on my Poor Me videos the past couple of days. I really appreciate all of you. It's not easy having all this crap running around in my head, but it's nice to know that I've got friends in addition to the family now. The BookTube community is very welcoming, and I'm very happy that I'm part of it. So, but anyway, that's today. Tomorrow I am going to do the e-reader book tag, because I'm going to take part in Tag Tuesday for the first time. So look out for that, or watch out for that, or whatever. Go check out Jack is Bored. I'll link that channel below. That's my daughter. She's also doing Vlogmas. She calls it Vlogmas. She didn't miss a day. Her video got copyrighted. So we're all pretty gutted about that, because we got to watch it once before it got taken down. Stupid Paul McCartney needs his 30 cents. So
vengeance on Paul McCartney.
Yeah. So but yeah, go check out her channel. And I will see all of you tomorrow for the e-reader book tag. Thank you.